What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. I know we don't really usually stream at this time, but lots going on in the market, so I figured why not? Trying to add some value for you guys here. Give me a second. God, my eyes a little fucked up. Americano. All right, I need to do a custom outlay here. 1 second. Camera slot. Americano. This might work. Are we going to 40K? I don't know. I'm not that bearish. Bearish, but not that bearish. Okay. Nice little bounce from the wick. That's always nice to see. One second. I'm gonna get Mando up here as well. Give me a one minito. Yes, a one minito. Golf game is getting good, I'll tell you that. Okay. Let me just do this. Let's take a look at a couple of things here. Okay, let's take a look. Nice little wick here. That's what everyone's talking about now. But that doesn't really mean much. Oh, look at that SpaceX wick. Oh, that's pretty big. SpaceX big is massive. Wow. 107 to 117. That's a nice wick. I think those are just short coverings and like people bottom shorted and they're getting like wiped out. Unless like, was there some news? Like, let's just make sure. Let me just make sure I'm not missing some news or something. Let's see. Just looks like a lot. They're probably just short term. I think a lot of people just got started bottom shorting, so I think they're just wiping that out. Yeah, I don't see any specific news or anything. Bastille story. What is that? No, I did not. Been busy all morning. Let's see. I think it's gonna get completely reversed. Or who knows? Maybe not. Maybe it is a nice liquidation wick, which is always good to see. Let's get a full reversal here. That'd be nice. Full reversal. But this is VIX dumping down. Well, rates just had a big move down. Did somebody must have said something? Why are rates all of a sudden dumping? Did they say they're gonna cut rates or something? So it's a 77 chance that the Fed maintains interest rates tomorrow. Yeah, that's fine. Which is like there's still odds. I don't think he's gonna raise rates, that's for sure. Okay, I guess there's some information about this Middle East stuff. I mean, that's always like up and down, up and down. But this is really good. When rates are dumping like this, that's kind of bullish for the market. Yeah, like look at this. It's coming back to 5%. There's really nothing else but this. So if this is a double top here and rates start moving down, yeah, then that's bullish for the market. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Add to stage. There we go. Did that work? Can you hear me, bro?
Yo.
Yo. Can everyone hear?
We haven't got your gardeners on this week?
No gardeners right now, no.
Bro, that was some of the best clips I've seen in a long time.
Bro, it's so good. It's funny because I paid for like most of their like trip to like they're going to Sweden before their school starts again. So they're like college kids who like they're like my gardener. Yeah, and they're my caddies too when I golf. Just like young hustlers. It was so funny, like because they just saw them like throwing fertilizer in the back in the chat, and they were like, "Yo, get them to come like do lamb chops." I was like, "Okay." Fucking walked away with $1,200 each.
Dude, what a story!
And yeah, they're like loving life. They're like, "Oh my god, like most of our trip to Sweden's all paid for." Blah 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 blah. What do you think about this spike in the market right here?
I bought a lot of ETH as we dumped on the market open, which is up like 2%. I should have bought a bunch of AI stuff. But
yeah, see SpaceX spike. I mean, I think this is something you like. I think it's got to be just short covering or something, right? Like it can't be.
I would not want to be short SpaceX into
of course. But I'm saying so it's probably just short coverings and stuff like that. There's FOMC tomorrow. I mean, market's probably leaning like net short now.
The other thing I bought was Palantir. Palantir had like a dump on the open and then got bought back. So I guess that's kind of semi-AI. Yeah. So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
The dump last night and then on the open this morning, it just felt like people just getting liquidated. Do you see that? There was that thing that got posted. KBM put it in one of my chats. A guy is down from 28 million to 3 million, I think it is. In like a week.
Doing what?
June 22nd, this account, I'm going to share it with you. Where's the best place to share it with you?
Probably Telegram. Or can you share stuff, like share pages and stuff? Maybe. Does it let you?
Let me try.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah,
I rarely have people, so I don't really know. Let's
see.
Guests can stream. Guests can authenticate. Let me just play a guest when they enter. Oh, there's like banned guests you can do too. Okay. Oh yeah, I see your chart. Okay. I'll add that to stage. Let me remove mine. Oop, sorry. There you go.
See this guy? 22nd of June was 27 million in his Fidelity account.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, so this guy like a TradFi guy.
These are TradFi guys getting carried out right now.
Oh my
Absolutely
god.
fucking carried out. This is like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
trenches.
I seen this, but I didn't see this update. That's insane.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I want to put some positions here. I don't think
you see that, and I mean, you got to be bullish. You got to be fucking bullish. SanDisk is down 60%.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a big
not,
AI and like the whole AI unwind trade, data center trade. Like you saw, Korea was down like 7.5% yesterday. So like I could see that all of that like being as a reason for
it's up a lot. It's up a lot
yeah.
still this year. So like SanDisk,
Well, that's
I
the
said
thing.
that's still up a lot, but just this. And do you see last night that like SK Hynix, there was that liquidation on Trade XYZ? I was watching it live and it went all the way down to like 800 or something.
Damn.
I started seeing that and being like, this, it's not quite 10-10, but it felt like the final fucking shakeout. There's going to be an almighty bounce in these names, even if they go lower, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I'm just trying to think like, like I've been looking at like this, like if we look at like rate markets, right? Like that seems kind of like this is nice to see, right? Like a little double topish almost on like 30-year bonds. That's nice. VIX is also coming a little back down. Like this is where like so many people were like up here, they were getting max bullish, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But this is still not a great chart. Like your only hope is like, yeah, you get this bounce here, but this could just be like, it could be a dead cat bounce. Like look at all these bounces here. Like it doesn't really mean that we're out of trouble, but we're down a lot.
I'm just doing this is a purely technical bounce, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm not buying this on the AI trade's back. I'm buying this on the fact that look at this guy who's just posted that he's down this much. Look at South Korea, the amount of liquidations that have been happening, and then you got a final flush last night. It's like
7.5% last night. That was nuts.
You got to hope that shit gets really fucking bad at the FOMC for them to see another leg like that. So I'm buying. I'm only buying certain things. My two biggest stock positions are Eli Lilly and Palantir, and then I bought ETH because crypto comparatively looks
great. It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
given how, but crypto has front ran the market, right? So that's probably more so what it is. Yeah, Palantir. Yeah, we should be finding some bounces around here, maybe close to 107. I mean, I don't know. I overall don't think we're out of like the woods yet. Like, yeah, this is like a nice 4-hour like technicals wise. I don't think it's gonna be that crazy at FOMC just because they want to take away the power. Like Kevin Wash, all he wants to do is take the power away from FOMC. Like he does not want to have FOMC be a driver of markets. So I think he's not really gonna give much. I think it's 77% they do nothing. But the odds rest of the year are pretty high on a potential hike.
Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
that much of a worry though? One rate hike? I don't know if that causes like a 50% drop in fucking SanDisk.
No. Of course not. I think that
I feel like that
be...
causes a spook, like maybe like broad-based stocks sell off. But that's why I'm just looking at these names and just thinking the technicals look like a bounce. As for like the general market,
yeah,
there's always just like seasonality right now, and it feels like maybe after midterms would be the time to kind of get involved. So, and like if you actually just go through the mass of the Nasdaq, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had the rally in the hyperscalers. Then they started to actually flatline and do nothing for a long time, and the Nasdaq kept pushing higher. And why? It was all the semis, it was all the AI trade,
CapEx,
and then those names topped. And now you got to think like, what actually brings the Nasdaq up to a new all-time high? via market cap, it's got to be the hyperscalers because there's nothing fucking else.
No. You need infinite capex, and they need infinite capex for compute, anyways.
So I think it's like, yeah, I just don't know where the mass comes to like that next rally. I think that's why I think it probably takes a little bit more time. People are going to get bullish on the hyperscalers again for this to actually.
I think we just need a healthy pullback across, which we're seeing. Like, so inflation, it's sticky. Like, we spiked up earlier to like 4% after sitting around 2-ish. If we rebound back here, I think that's the worry. The last inflation print was lower, so I think that's okay. But if this rebound starts pushing back up towards 4 to 5%, they're gonna have to do at least 2 hikes probably to bring it back to 2%, unless they don't care about the 2% mandate anymore, which is possible that Kevin Warsh does not care about that anymore. He kind of alluded to it, but then it depends what market does, right? Like, what if market's like, okay, we don't trust this Fed anymore. This Fed is not focused on inflation, and we're just gonna see inflation spike up, and that could be a reason that
Look, you're the rates
we see
guy.
this move up.
You're the rates guy. I'll listen to you on rates. Like, if you want to tell me what's going on, for me, I'm looking. I just don't think that.
Like, here, look at this chart. What do you do? What do you think happens next with this chart? If we just look at it from like just pure chart, like 30-year rates. This is with inflation coming down, like this is how inflation, like, that's the crazy part to me, is that, okay, you got 30-year bonds there, but then you have US inflation chart.
Can the US actually sustain higher rates?
Okay, so that's the thing. So maybe that's the new norm. Maybe that's the new norm. So that is a great argument that people have, where they're like, we can sustain. We're at what, close to 4-ish on unemployment. Inflation's around 4%. Maybe we just in a higher inflation, a higher rates economy, and we just sustain it. I mean, stocks are still like at close to the highs. Maybe that's just a new norm. At some point, debt servicing is going to be a problem. At some point, the middle class gets wiped out.
I can't imagine they can really raise rates that much. Like, can they raise them another 100 bips from here? Like,
if inflation goes to 6-7%, yeah, they have to. They have no choice. You have to send the economy into a recession again. You have to wipe out like all this. I mean, CapEx at the top level, like, there needs to be another like trillion in CapEx just this year alone to keep up with compute, right? Like, you have to. There's like more data centers, more compute. Then you got China that needs to like catch up to compute to America. So if you pick and choose, hyperscalers, data center companies, certain metals, they'll keep pumping. Maybe it's just a new world, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe we just sit in a 5% world. But I like this today. Like, you see 10-year rates dumping. You got all rates are dumping. You're down 4 to 5%. Front end rates are up like down 6%. So that's good.
One thing that's
S&P
clear, right,
is good. Look at S&P.
The lack of forward guidance is going to make these rate hikes. These rate FOMCs are going to be wild. Like, we're in.
Well, there's no forward guidance anymore.
Right, we're in for like years of this now. Like, it's going to be fun. I think for volatility, as a trader, you're going to be sitting there going like, this is going to be fucking wild. So people think the FOMCs recently have been like a big deal. Like,
no, it's
just
like
a word that maybe fucking Powell said. Now it's going to be like,
it's way crazier because but I think that like this move right now, I think is more so that fine, there may be some Iran deal bullshit, but I think it's just I think stocks are where people are net short pretty aggressively into FOMC, and I think they're just covering. And then I think a lot of people got short, like pretty short at the bottom, and they're just getting wiped out. Because like, look at this, like crypto is not moving as much as you would think given its net strength, right? Like, maybe we get to 64K, or maybe we get to 64K, and kind of chop into FOMC. I don't know.
But like, ETH is a better one to look at than Bitcoin right now. Dude, right?
ETH is great. ETH is actually really good. Like, ETH got to like what, even at the VIX 1850. like long ETH, short Solana has been a good trade. Short anything really. I was short the Fartcoin a lot in this pump over here. That's been good. I mean,
Really?
it's
Love it.
yeah. Fuck, which is
I
funny.
put
I'm
out that I put
so
out that tweet today about the OG trenches, right? It is so
yeah,
funny.
yeah. No, me too. I saw yours and I woke up and I put stuff from
I saw your tweet.
2020. Dude,
Your
those
fucking-
OG trenches, man. See, this is how I see the meme coin market. Meme coin markets work if holders get rewarded, right? The believers have to start getting rewarded, holders have to get rewarded. You have to have like the guys who run 80-90% drawdowns, they wait months and they get paid out, like PayPay, Whiff, Fartcoin, Goat, you name it, right? Same like Epic. Epic's a great example. Holders, 3-year holders got rewarded by like, okay, whether it's, break even or whatever. I mean, there were stories that I saw where this guy was DCAing for 3 years. He bought 45 million. He
Yeah, I
DCA
saw the same one. Yeah,
and then he exited for a 50K profit after 3 years. Like
yeah.
those kind of, when you start seeing things like that, that makes you be like, right now, like Cash Cat's a great example. Cash Cat's just getting wrecked. Like it was a quick pump to 200 million in like days, and then a trickle down. So you have to have these guys who are like, okay, I believe in Cash Cat. I'm gonna keep buying. I believe in Epic. I'll keep buying. And now you get new people in, new eyes on Epic, and you're like, oh shit, like there's something here. This could be, and the fact that you bought with your own money for 3 years is like there's nothing I've seen like that before.
No,
Like
I don't think there is. And that's not just me. I don't think anyone fucking did that. Like, that's the reason why I went big with it on the weekend. I was like, this is a story which I don't think anyone's brought it back. I think it's interesting right now, and I'm not overly trying to talk bags.
Of course.
But
but it's a very interesting story.
You look at meme coins a lot, right? And it does feel as though the animal coins, the rotation game is still going on, right? It's just a rotation, and that is the way. If you look at like all the supply, everyone talks about
it's all rotation.
Yeah, there's just new coins every day.
It's just sand being pushed aside.
How many creator coins are there genuinely attached to creators that you'd ever want to buy? And it feels as though no creator would really put their neck out on the fucking line to do this sort of thing, right?
I mean, Ansem's done a good job, I think. Right? He's put his neck out there. Ovi, I would say, like, Rect is pretty well attached to Ovi. And he's been out there building for like just nonstop in the public. I think your thing is very interesting because like look at this, right? Like, I mean, I gotta go daily because 3 years, right? Of just you're out there, you're buying, and then you're like, okay, let's run this like a proper creator coin. Do air. How are you looking at that? Is that even a plan? I think you were talking about this. That you're looking at, maybe doing like a community airdrop, bring in different communities, maybe social competitions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a little bit is you don't want to overly plan because I think like you're like you
don't want people to farm. You know what I mean?
You're doing things in public, right? And obviously the fucking airdrop becomes much bigger with a rally, right? Like this thing only makes sense kind of as it goes higher. I think Ansem kind of knows that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think going back to my original point, I just think that the supply of these sort of stories is quite low. I think if you did one, that would be. I know you've always backed off it, but like it would go very well because of the same sort of reason. There's very few people that go behind. I think Razma did one. Remember?
Was like zero in like a day?
What was the other one?
Did Razma do a creator coin? Really?
Do you not remember all the Pump Fun creator coins? Pump Fun had a creator
coin. Yeah. I mean, those were all zero.
Gainsey did one.
Gainsey,
It didn't really work out because they didn't really have the. I think it works when you have, particularly when a creator has like businesses behind it. When, for better or for worse, when I first did Epic, I had fucking nothing. We had Rect. But Rect at the time was just a meme coin, essentially, rather than like businesses.
Yeah.
And and I didn't have Yeet. So in the course of that time, like obviously I've had both of those things be created, which allows me then to essentially link it back to those things somewhat. And then it's kind of the same for Anthem. He's got bullpen going at the moment. He's obviously got a huge podcast. He's got things. He's like established. I think you like for the right creators, you can actually who know the trenches, you can create something quite cool.
Well, at that point, is it even? I mean, so if you start like, I think it's very interesting. Like, so Ansem's thing, I think is very interesting. So one, so he got sent what 65% of supply, let's say, right? I think it was like around there, 70. So the true market cap really is, first of all, 40% of what you see, maybe even lower, maybe like 20%. I think that's something that people kind of the FTV versus market cap, people don't always do it right. I think the other big thing is that he was like I think that's such an important thing. He was sent supply, right? He was sent supply. I think actually, if the meme coin was Black Bull and not Ansem, like if everything was just Black Bull, I think that's such an easier shill. Like,
interesting.
Like, yeah, I think it's got, because how am I supposed to tell, like my gardeners, for example, that we had fucking gambling with us other day? What am I supposed to tell them? Oh, buy this meme coin of this guy. He's this like African American guy. He's a CT influencer. This is the future of finance. Like, you'd be
how
like,
am I as a
bro,
man
what?
expected to promote
Like,
another man's
yeah,
coin?
like
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
right? So, but I'll tell you this: like Pengu, I've shilled to from fucking Uber drivers, wrecked. I've shilled, like I was in CNBC. I shilled wrecked. I shilled Pengu because I was like, listen, wrecked. This is a brand coin. This is a meme coin / brand coin. That's there's like
brand coins, I think, is different. I agree with you there. Like if they're actually trying to form a brand and like go after views, have a business, that
sure, but
it's very different than
the meme is like, oh, you get wrecked. There's an energy drink company. You can get tokens from there, etc., etc. There is something that's very easy 2-second shill, right? That's why we like a shilling Pengu, shilling wrecked. It was so well taken and did so well because it's that 5-second elevator pitch, right? With meme coins, it's even easier. Now, again, there's nothing on Ansem, but I think if it was just Black Bull, and then Ansem is the guy running it, but the meme coin is Black Bull. It's just a great, like, funny bull that's just bringing the market back from the trenches, whatever. Easy shill. Well, Epic Duck, it's this like OG meme. He's been around for 3 years. This guy's just been buying with his own money in the market, and that's why it's good community around it. It'll do well. Easy 10-second shill. That's something I can shill to like somebody, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. How do you shill like creator coins? Just like Razman, it's like, oh, there's this guy, he streams. You're buying into him. It's like, okay, why the fuck I want to buy into some guy? Like, that's like late.
So it's got to be. I agree with you. It's got to be some form of meme attached to a. And how many of these are there? Some sort of meme attached to a well-known creator with
nothing really.
With ideally businesses that he can somewhat intertwine it with.
Well, so there's none where has longevity like Epic. There's none that has that's been around for years, where the person still like put his own. No one's ever put in their own. Crypto is literally known for people who don't want to put their own fucking money. They all want to go raise first and then bill later, right? This is like definition of crypto. Nobody fucking does it because nobody wants to like risk. So, that's a big point. 3 years. No one what most people would have done in your situation here. They'd be like, okay, we're relaunching. Come on, guys, we're gonna have done a pre-sale. We're gonna relaunch. We'll airdrop the original holders a little bit. Like that's what because people want to have that supply, bundle it, blah blah blah. So there is great stuff I see behind that. I see it has potential over these other coins, and I wouldn't even really call this a creator coin, to be honest. It's just a great meme coin with longevity that has somebody with knowledge of the markets running it. That's really what I see. Because creator coins, like Gainsy coin, Rasmer, like fuck that shit.
It is different when it's called after the person. You know this story, because I think I told you directly, but there's actually another part to this story which people don't know.
Ooh.
after. So if you bring up the chart of Epic, we had this like so like I've been fucking bad working on this one for a long time, right? So originally it was like a meme, and then this second or maybe even third pump, you might call it, was when we like went into gaming and we were like, right, we're going to try and
I remember that. Animoca or some shit. They bought a bunch of tokens, right?
Yeah.
Was it Animoca?
Yeah, Animoca, yeah. But we part of the reason for this, like that next period, was I was personally sued, which I think I told you this, right? Because we went into gaming, Epic Games, the gaming company.
Oh fuck! Yeah,
came in and basically said, "We're suing you for using Epic in relation to gaming," and I had to settle with them. And that's why the name is actually changed to eDuck on X, and we had to get rid of Epic Duck on the website, and we had to remove anything related to gaming as part of the settlement. So not only did I fucking bag work, I then had to face a fucking court case from Epic Games around this meme coin. And then I reinvented it again around like
just building. Holy shit!
Yeah, that was that third pump, and then I started creating flywheels to buy back the token because I was like, this is not fucking going to zero.
No.
So yeah, like that. And I think at least in the old Epic chat, I kind of mentioned that that I faced this like lawsuit. Settle with them, and
I mean, I guess that makes sense. But you know what? That's a great example, because look at what happened with Chill God, with all the guy coming after him, and then everybody just gave up. Here, you stuck with it, which is again unseen in this market. That's why something like this, I think, has massive potential. And these are the type of tokens I think we need to be encouraging more in the market, because like, what would you want to see people, you want to see creators where they go over and above themselves to, put in the work. Like, yeah, dude, nobody even look at like, what's the fucking Pasternak one? Believe shit made so much money. Bro, you've been on this 3 years. That guy gave up in like fucking weeks to months. Like, after making this kind of shit is what we need to see more in this space, where people don't give up, because it gives great, motivation to holders like who are out there. Like I said, once holders start getting rewarded, not rotators. Rotators should be punished and holders get rewarded. That's the true sign of a real meme coin season building, because then you have outside money coming in, not money just getting pushed around, right? Yeah. So I think I think this could be the true razor of the meme coin markets and Solana trenches, because now you're like, listen, people who held this for fucking 3 years, or who kept DCing down at like, it's up what, like 1,000, 1,500%. It was like, what was it at the lows here? Like a couple $100K, not even.
I think it got to a low of about 500K.
So 500K went to 45, 30 some million the other day, and still at 20 million. And the chart looks phenomenal. These are the type of things people need to be rewarded for, that really brings the trenches back. Rewards for holders and rotators getting punished. Because the moment rotators start winning, then everyone's going to start doing that. But then when holders get like rewarded, they're like, dude, I ain't fucking like moving. I'll put new money in and buy some other bag, not dump and buy. And that's the true definition of trenches coming back, is when holders get rewarded.
So how do you think I should do this airdrop? Because I was like, look, I bought all these coins. Like I said, I knew that at some point in the future I would use it as the time would be right. On-chain would come back. And obviously I was watching what happened with Ansem, and I think he did a really good job with it. And I was like, the stars are somewhat aligning here. So I've, now there's like $7 million of this fucking token in my wallet right now. How would you think I should do an airdrop? Because part of it also is related to the shit that I've obviously over those 3 years built a lot of stuff. I built Yeet. I built, helped build Rect, obviously, and definitely co-founded it. And I want to make sure those guys are rewarded. Like you said, I think there should be some mechanism for holders, particularly those that held for a long time over that period, to be rewarded. And then I want to do something some form of social campaign, which I think would just be manual, like the best 5 to 10 posts a day around Epic.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
make sure they get some.
Social campaigns are good. You don't want to make it a situation where people are farming, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if people are just farming, they're looking for exits. You want to bring in real believers. So you already have a lot of believers who are being rewarded by, you working hard and price going up. Bringing over communities from Yeet and Wrecked, yeah, I think that's great. I think it's more about expanding into where you haven't tapped out. So you're on Solana community. You could look at maybe some of the larger holders of Ansem and stuff like that. That's one thing. I think bringing on one thing, for example, like when Pengu launched.
That's interesting.
Right?
So you think I should, because I know Anson's been like trying to build that out, which is like
Yeah, so
with,
there's no reason.
Yeah.
And you like Ansem and you appreciate what he's done. I think bringing on that community, I think, is definitely something to look into. Bringing on other Solana communities that are doing well, that have stuck around. See, it's about rewarding the holders. So people who have been holding, you could do time-based. People who have held on some coin through the thick and thin. You could find other maybe fart coin.
But you're short fart coin, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Close this short.
But people have taken, the other side, sure, they're losing money, but it's sticking through. That's a good sign. Those are the kind of people you want. Also branch out, right? Like, so one of the things Pengu did that they did really great, and I remember having these conversations with Luca when he was thinking about launching the coin. A lot of people said, you're an ETH. ETH is where you belong. Launch your coin there. And he made a great point. He's like, listen, we're already established on ETH. We're doing good on ETH. It's time to bring other communities on. And we have nothing on Solana. We have no community. And Solana's got a big community, and it'd be great to airdrop to them, right? So I think finding communities where you're not. So maybe you could do towards like FWA community right now is like it's really hot. You could look into onboarding that community, or even just NFTs on ETH like that have people been holding. You could look into Cash Cat holders, the guys who have basically held from all the way up to down. You could reward them. You could I think bringing in communities where you sharpshoot into the holders, right? It should always be about building out holders being rewarded and not the rotators. So find communities where you're not established at all and onboarding them through the airdrop, I think, is the move.
I think the obvious one that you just said would be Ansem, because I feel as though if this creator coin is going to actually be a thing, then it requires, and I don't want to be seen as an Ansem beta, because I don't think that's what I'm doing. And it's a very different origin of a fucking story than that. But it does feel like that could be a cool community to get on board. And I think they've got like 100,000 wallets, right?
I think pinpointing the holders of Ansem who have held for a certain period of time. I think that's one way to go about it. Finding other communities that have held, for example, even like a lot of what's the NFT community? The dinosaurs, the Clanosaurs, right? Like on Solana, like they have like an Amazon show and stuff. There's probably a lot of holders there that I've held through like all the drawdowns. It's worth going after rewarding them, onboarding that community through the airdrop, onboarding different chains too, right? Like there's no reason not to do that. Like you can onboard like the guys from Ethereum that like you have no exposure to Ethereum, or like Epic Duck has
we made with Rect. We're trying to work out the best way to do it, because
so there you go. So Rect is a great, but you have to think there's going to be a lot of synergy already with Rect. So looking at coins like looking at Pudgy Penguin holders, those NFT holders, Pudgy Penguin, Pengu on Solana that have held through the ups and downs. I think that's the way to do it. I think finding communities where they have held and onboarding them to Epic Duck will, I think, give you the biggest bang for the buck, because you'll get good bag workers, good holders, guys who will stick around. They're not just going to be in it to, get out. Obviously, we like Weekly Wisdom is a big community across a lot of chains.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always push for my community. But I think that's the key. I think going places where you don't have like your Venn diagram does not have a synergy. I think that's key. But being a natural holder, that's the most important thing because I think this has the real potential to bring the trenches at the top level back, not the rotating trenches, but the true OG trenches where holders will be rewarded. Because you have that great story. So I think that's the key, and going after those kind of communities and onboarding them through thing. And then like doing some fun stuff, social
This
campaigns.
is the other thing. Like it's just one. It's the first airdrop, right? I'm not just going to give
No,
away.
of course.
So I think
do it in
maybe
pieces,
the first one will be this, and then maybe the second one will be this. And
dude, markets are so shit. You give somebody $100 airdrop, they're gonna be fucking appreciative a lot. It's like $100 is like $1,000, like $1,500, $2,000 airdrop. Like when I give people money away for like $100 on like Yeet and stuff, bro, they are like, it's like giving $1,000 away. So I think like a $5 million airdrop right now is like a 50 to 500 million airdrop, because you're still deep in the bear market, and market's still going down. So bringing on the right community.
Bonk did that.
Bonk did it in the depths of the bear market, and it was still down, but those holders got rewarded when the market came back. When market comes back, something like this is going to outperform everything, and that's what's key. It's key that when market does well, it'll outperform because you'll have the right people, right bag workers. And you know what, Bilby? We made a little bit more money. Let's go put it in an epic duck, because this is something you'll feel safe in. And that's key. That narrative is where you want to go. So giving an airdrop in that manner is going to be the true bang for the buck, I think. But I'm sure you'll come up with other great ways. Maybe some of the whales and stuff in Yeet could be cool, because they're obviously big supporters already, and they're not going to be out there dumping for peanuts, right? They're like, okay, let's go for the 10x, let's go for the 50x, let's go for 100 million. We're not gonna dump in like a 20% rally. So that's what you want to bring.
Yeah, I think I agree with a lot of that. I think we'll probably have it scaled based on somewhat on volume for Yeet. Although I want to make sure people who have actually used the site probably get some. You can. It's going to be more difficult to farm, right? Because it's not the easiest. We have like KYC on Yeet, so I don't think it's going to be like, oh yeah, this is so easy for me to send 100 bots in. So
no, I
correct. I think
completely agree with that.
We have a lot of data around that already, so I think it'd be cool.
No,
so yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
dude, you're cooking, man. Let's get a whole drawdown here. That'd be awesome. Fully back, wipe that entire candle off.
Yeah, fucking
That's
hell.
the best.
What is the all-time high on this thing? I actually have not looked.
On what? On Fartcoin or your coin?
My coin.
Oh. Yours was like 45 million something?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. What do you think? So what else are you looking at in the market? Are you just in cash? You're often just always in cash and you just pick the spots, right?
Yeah, maybe higher. Yeah. So I am basically, so dude, I am so out of the market. It's kind of silly. Like end of 2024 and 2025, I moved a lot of my positioning into real estate, stocks, metals, like watches, physical gold. But real estate, I did a lot. So it was more that I was like, listen, if I keep it in the market, I'm gonna fucking like blow it all up, right?
And
that's what happened. Yeah, and that's what happened. Like I'm up on all my watches, up on gold, up on silver, up on the real estate. Even the fucking cars I bought, I'm like way outperformed than I dumped Fartcoin for it, Ethereum at 4K for it, Solana, like so. And I for me, I cannot be compelled right now to bridge stables over. It's either I'm just gonna make money with the money I have, and then just try and run that up, and be ready. Like I'm all about right now for the last year or so, singles, doubles, singles, doubles, singles, doubles, right? and stay liquid, stable in crypto, but not like crazy. Then when the time comes, boom, home run, because it'll be so easy, right?
Yeah.
Like right now, it's tough. Like I gotta keep like, especially like I'm in perps, I have to be like look, this is a great example. Like if you're trading short term, if you're not getting entries from high up, you're fucked, right? Because you have so much chop. Like, so if I'm not short on like whatever, like say Bitcoin, right? Like if I'm not short from like up here, like if I'm trying to short here, like even say 65K, like you go down and you're boom, you're back at 65, back at 65. There's like from a long term, like I'm not trying to do every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? You have to do every 15 to 4 hour to daily chart because of this chop. So right now I'm just singles and doubles, and then man, when something breaks out or when real rates go down or you see macro like doing better, there's so much easy money to be made. Like even if you miss this like 58 to 65, it does not matter. Alts are going to be running, memes are going to be running, NFTs are going to be running. There's going to be opportunities to be made. The most important thing is to not get stopped out of the market in this drawdown, which is what you're seeing nonstop on the timeline. People are like, I'm completely wiped out because they got into perps. They're levering up through the fucking nose. They're levering up on memes. Like, even if you're 3x on a fucking meme, 2x, you got wiped out in this drawdown, right? So the key right now, and this is all I keep telling my community, is like stay in stables, and you can have a portion of your portfolio where you can play around in perps and just hit singles and doubles, because when the time comes, and it will. The one thing my boss always taught me, he was Lehman Brothers head of Govy desk, their only biggest profitable desk during the crash. He always said two things to me. One, history doesn't repeat itself, but the market is cyclical. Means when there's good times, there's going to be bad times coming. And when there's bad times, eventually there's going to be good times. And that's going to happen forever. But history doesn't repeat itself, as in the same sector and same matter will most likely you'll not see it again. So you have to be aware of where the next money flow is going. Like, for example, when we had all like the EV cars going fucking 100x, now you have AI companies going 100x. So there are good times they're going to come back. It's just you're not going to see the same thing. And a lot of people get hung up on that. They see these old coins that they did great on, and they're like just de-seeing that. Like, no, you got to find the next meta, and that's key. And the other most important thing is do not get stopped out of the market, because then you'll miss the next run. Once you're out of the market, you lost your money, you're fucked, right? You have no way of catching up again. So, and that's the two things everybody fucks up. 99% of market participants fuck up on those two important principles. Is they just keep DCing the old like altcoins and stocks and stuff like that, and don't look at the new thing. NFTs, people have been fucking DCing on NFTs and blue chips, bro. They're down 98%. What do you mean blue chips? Like same thing with these meme coins. They were taking profits and putting it into the whiff and fart coin, because these are blue chip meme coins. They're down 95%. That's key. And second is, they go in perps, try to double, triple down and lose it all. And when the market runs again, they have no cash. Like there's people like, oh, I have to go back. There's so many people I know that were up like 5-10 million. They had to go back to 9 to 5 because they wiped themselves out, especially in 10-10 and stuff like that. Like that's literally where 95-98% of the market loses everything. And what I try to instill into my people in weekly wisdom is singles and doubles right now. And then you have to, when the market comes, swing for the fight. That's when you take risk. That's when you have all those mega EV positive shit and just full send it.
So I actually agree with that. I don't think the market has been that kind for like spot buying in general, as in like the money to be made has been, because even Bitcoin's rally, it was kind of boring, right? It like took fucking ages to get from 60K up to 120K. And altcoins didn't really rally. It was just like a really crappy fucking bull market. And then, so I think people then were naturally drawn into other things. And the on-chain stuff died with Melania and Libra.
Yeah.
And so it was like people then got bullish on perps, and obviously Hyperliquid had this like incredible run, and because of everyone getting liquidated on perps, I actually did shift to perps. So I moved fully off chain, basically, apart from Epic and Wrecked.
Of course, yeah.
And
I mean, everybody did. It
has
made
been
sense,
a good
but
year. But it been a good year. I actually didn't do outright perps. I only did trading bots, which is like
yeah, I know
more
you love those things.
range
Yeah.
bots. But I have to say, like, I survived 10-10 by the skin of my fucking teeth.
Yeah, but you learned the hard way before.
Yeah, I was
Right.
long Aster on 10-10. I was long Aster coin on
Of course, we all were.
on an exchange.
Well, of course we were long Aster coin.
Binance did not destroy their own coin. So that one actually did not get like some hilarious wick. It went down.
No, it went down. It went from 1.8 to like 0.8 in that wick.
Yeah.
But then it rallied back because they had like some 40, 50 million in cash built out, and they just bought, and it went up to 1.3, 1.4 instantaneously.
So I was down like, I think something like 5 million, 6 million at one stage on 10-10. And I remember just being like, what the fuck have I done? And then ended only down 6 figures on 10-10.
That was a win.
Which I just took as like a fucking huge win because it had been a really good run.
Massive.
I basically nearly just nuked my whole like that whole profits that I'd done over the last 4 or 5 months in perps. I was like, it could just be over now. And you kind of realize that that's what perps is. It's the fucking life of a turkey, right? Even if you're a good trader in perps, you're great, and then fucking one day it's over. And that's when I took, like you, I took a lot of money out in December. I basically took that portfolio right down and have just been trading it up since then.
Good.
And again, it's been a good year, but I am so wary of having that much money in a perp account because it is just
it's psychological, right? When it goes down, you're like, oh, it can't go any much lower. Like, dude, 10-10. I think I put the Aster position on, and it rallied while everything was dumping, and I was like, oh, I'm good. And I went to go get like lunch or dinner or something like that, and I came back and I was down like some 80%. I was like, what the fuck happened? And which is crazy because Aster, I was so bullish on it. Like, I mean, I talked to the guys, when we were out in Singapore and stuff, and it's just leveraging the system. It was people trying to farm. It's people who didn't know anything about crypto doing it. But
yeah, I think that's the thing. Hyperliquid, as the attractive story of the cycle, drew a lot of people in.
They're like, oh, we could run it back. Lit, drift, Aster. I mean, it was really Aster that started it, but
yeah, but the UI UX was good, and everyone was like, this is better than on chain. Like, and I think just going from Melania Libra into 10-10, where like everyone was like, fuck on chain, and then everyone got wrecked on perps, and then to be honest, it was just.
But it's all people who
had
no business being. It was like, I know people who made like 20, 30 million on meme coins. They moved all their money on a perp account and wiped it all out on 10-10. Like 20, 30 million to zero. Like they're hitting me up for loans and shit. I was like, bro, what? Like, but that's the thing. They were never traders. They were never investors. They were pure gamblers that won on meme coins, from everything from insider shit to just being lucky. And they got exposed. And that's really what it was. They were like, oh, there's a second Hyperliquid happening. Fuck Hyperliquid. We're going to run this. CZ's back. And the thesis was right behind Aster that this is CZ now gets to have a non-KYC exchange, and this will just get all the Hyperliquid back. Well, it was just too much toxic leverage in the system. That's all it was. If it wasn't that crazy, I think Aster probably would have taken maybe 30, 40, 50% of market share if 10-10 didn't happen. It was just all the meme coin toxic leverage. Like, you gotta realize, like, these guys have no concept of what leverage means, and they're putting 50 million in a perp account on Aster and then going
cross margin as well. Everyone fucking learned about
cross margin, and then going 50x, bro. 50x with like 20 million.
But it wasn't even that. People were like 2x. They were like, I've got a 2x long on Fartcoin cross margin. It'd be like,
you don't understand what cross margin is.
You're done.
None of them understood what cross margin was. Like, it was silly. It was silly. And then it was just some self-inflicted wound, and it is what it is. But all right, I'm gonna let's anything else on your mind? If not, let's call it. I gotta get to my golf tee time. So
love it, brother. All right,
yeah.
man. Enjoy.
All right, cheers, boys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So wow, we had
Right.
almost 2,000 people. Holy shit. All right, cheers, guys. Thanks, Mando. Appreciate you coming on. And see you all soon.
We'll do the same. Bye, man.
Cheers.